Just to repeat exactly what I said just moments ago, this is Battletech Solaris Nights, episode 82, Hillbilly versus Ezekial Novacat. Hillbilly, I got a couple updates for you. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Number one, the news is talking about how there is a new organization. They're not really sure what's happening, but some big kerfuffle's happening in clan space, and Clan Jade Falcon is splitting itself into two clans. Number two, Saya has left the business, as I'm sure you've heard. However, there is a popular swell of support for a new stable champion, and it's looking like that person is going to be Astrid. As a result, you, Ludeman, not Hillbilly, will be the stable champion acting in her stead.
Okay.
However, you should know that should she win, she will be reaching out a hand to Saya and trying to bring her back into the fold, because Astrid is Saya's only friend right now.
That makes some sense to me.
Yeah. What's number three? I had something else here. A lot of your shows with Vimy Diamond Shark have been put on a pending hold.
Okay.
Until you sort out the new position of Apex Dragons towards the clans, and officially towards Clan Wolf in Exile, which is not a clan but a terrorist organization of bandits. Any production using his, producer and executive producer credentials, he has canceled any episodes that involved Seth or referenced Seth in any way from your Gunslinger Academy.
So
they're now lost episodes. You can only get them on I don't know, what are the popular BitTorrent things now? Napster was that was my day. Napster, that's it.
Yeah, man.
What's now?
I have no idea.
uTorrent, I don't fucking know.
I remember MuTorrent.
I'm out the game. I'm pretty sure someone in the audience will know. They'll be like, "Yeah, I got 3 of those open right now. I'm seeding."
Yeah, the comments will hit us. Okay. Awesome. That makes sense. Anything else?
Oh, it's Christmas.
Oh.
So your interview will take place on December 24th, and your match will take place on December 25th.
Okay.
We'll call it the Christmas Day Massacre. When you get absolutely destroyed.
Why? So rude.
I was there last time it happened with the fucking Tamatoa, man. Holy shit, brutal. That thing is so scary.
I missed just like, all right, so I'm about many to roll
50-50 12 dice.
There were, that was like, the math just was not on my side that time. Although, regardless, I'm hoping to not repeat that performance. That's for sure. Okay, so in relation to those little announcements, one thing Hillbilly will do is send a note to Saya, and it just says thank you for releasing Astrid's family.
Says thank you for being a friend.
And that is his way of letting her know that action was not unnoticed at the very least. Let's see what else. I guess so stable wise, like I'll go see Elizabeth, I suppose, and then see whether she wants me to step in and try to start negotiating with Vimy to reopen those supply lines, whether there's an official
you should know a anonymous investor dropped a assault mech's worth of cash on bribes and reopened them pretty much instantly, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Vimy,
perfect.
Listen, this is how the conversation went. Seth and Vimy sat down, and Vimy's like, look, I'm going to need a little something extra to make this happen, okay? I'm Vimy Diamond Shock. Seth walks out the room, and it's just like, guys, I have to report Vimy needs bribes. And a giant bag of money with a $sign on the side of it fell onto Vimy's legs and broke them, and he goes, okay, this is nice.
That'll do.
It'll do, pig. It'll do.
Okay. No, then perfect. I don't need to solve that dilemma, so we can skip
Yeah,
right
no,
over that.
it's solved. It's listen, it's so solved that 3 other people mentioned me about it without having checked the menu. They got to the end of the episode and immediately went, "Oh shit, this is what I want to spend my money on."
Yeah, everyone wants to keep Seth in those ATMs, I guess.
Yeah. That reminds me, you actually do have a special promotion for you today.
Okay.
Did you watch the last episode?
Was that Hunter?
It was Hunter, yes.
I believe I did just catch up on that.
Okay. During that, you may have heard about HTA, Hero Training Academy. Well, Hero Training Academy, between banks, cash only, would like to offer you a special promotion. You don't even have to speak positively about their business. You just have to not speak negatively and complete 4 categorical things.
Okay.
They will cover all of your rehabilitation and repair costs continuously until A, they run out of money, which is extremely unlikely. B, you lose 2 consecutive matches. C, you fail a controversial statement roll. Or D, the Hillbilly is indicted on charges of fraud, theft, or money laundering. If you do not do any of these things, they will cover you.
Okay.
Eternally.
Well, that means that I have to win today because I'm coming off a loss.
No. It's starting now.
Okay.
So you could lose today, but don't. Don't lose today.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Win.
Okay. Perfect. I think I can meet those stipulations.
Okay. Don't fail.
I appreciate it. Okay. Awesome. Well,
but
outside
if you
of
did
those,
want to say nice things about them, they would appreciate it.
I understand. The Hero Training Academy.
Yep.
Well, first thing, I guess I will make a few phone calls, reach out to some people, and talk to C-Bill and bring up with her that we'd like to set up an exhibition match with her and Knockout. Purpose of which is just a charity match, do some fundraising, but we want to, build up some hype and do some advertising for the upcoming movie that we're working on together, C-Bill and I.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that movie again?
We're going to call it In the Nick of Time. Nick is Hillbilly's character's name in this movie. And it's a buddy cop movie, right?
There it is. Yeah, I forgot.
C-Bill and Hillbilly will be the main characters here, with obviously C-Bill being the by the book, stuffier partner, and Hillbilly being the cowboy cop version with a strictly professional relationship, of course. And, the will they or won't they subplot, obviously. A politician's daughter has been kidnapped, and Hillbilly just so happens to be this politician's former childhood friend.
Are you sure you didn't just steal this from an anime?
I don't know. I mean, this is tropiness for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm building it up. And let's see. But he doesn't trust the police chief, right? Because, of course, the police chief is in on it. Exactly that. So, plenty of car chases, right? Who can they trust? All the fun stuff. But yeah, so the goal of the match is to sort of hype the movie up with a prize for any donations. A random donator will wind up getting a walk-on role in the film.
I've been going back and watching the Avengers and the most key movies in a row. And when Jon Favreau started writing himself into the storyline, the early parts were just painful. In Iron Man 3, he was fucking obnoxious.
Was he? Man, I haven't seen that in a long time.
By the second Spider-Man movie, he was great. The one with Mysterio. Happy was finally like a useful character instead of just kind of whiny.
Yeah. That's fair.
Sometimes you get good walk-on roles and sometimes you don't.
Exactly.
You could get Stan Lee walk-on roles where you're...
That's the dream, right?
Tony
everybody's
Stank.
just always happy to see you.
They're Mr. Tony Stank here. All right, let's
They're
talk
classics.
about making the roll to set up this match. You're a nose.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're a nose, everybody. So you probably
Exactly.
get something out of this.
The match just is set up as long as the terms are fair.
The terms are actually. So, do you care about what map it's on?
No, we'll let them pick the map.
Wow.
And,
okay, these terms are more than fair because they're gonna outweigh you in terms of mech strength, and if they get the map choice, okay. All right.
Yeah, honestly,
more than fair.
I forget all of the maps. So
yeah. I mean, if you recall a map that you like, you can just say the map that looks like this. You know, we have a catalog.
We do. Yeah, I need to actually pull that down and explore it a little bit more so I can remember some of these things.
Like Sidious.
If Cosmo has a preference, he can absolutely bring up his
Cosmo,
preference.
the guy who makes the maps. Yeah, I think he'll know what map he wants to fight on.
He can totally make his preference known tomorrow.
I would love if he chose to fight on the race map, and they just alpha strike both of you in the back, just kill you in one round. Because they're both slower than you.
That's true. But I mean, the knockout alone could probably 1v2 us with the right rounds.
One cannon one way and one cannon the other way. Just get you both. All she has to do is not miss.
Exactly. Just a chance to see Hunchback 2C versus a Hunchback again.
That's a rough matchup.
It was, and it will be.
All right. Well, Horn of Valkyrie kicks in. You don't need to make a roll. It just happens.
All right.
Do you have a time for this? Like, is it this time slot in 2 weeks?
I didn't have a specific time, picked out. So whenever we can, make things work with your schedule and Dunamis there. So
Hillbilly, Cosmo, duos match, C-Bill, and knockout. Okay, I guess we'll see how knockouts changed in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
All right, now that we got all that out of the way, let's talk about what you're doing for Christmas.
Yeah.
In game.
In game, what is Hillbilly
what you're doing
at
Christmas in real life between you and your family. Yeah.
Of course, that's a ways to go.
But you should, of course, have yourself a very Merry Christmas. So,
you as well, and obviously the audience. What would Hillbilly be getting up to for Christmas? Obviously him, Bobby, and Robbie, and any of the rest of the family who have made it to Solaris will be partying and getting together, celebrating as much as possible.
Did we mention that the Battletech episode with you, Bobby, and Robbie has dropped?
I don't think so.
Battletech episode 3, where we explore Hillbilly as a high schooler.
Yep. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely a lot of fun. There's
so many
obviously
hoverboards.
ugly sweaters involved in the Christmas celebration.
Ugly sweaters.
Yeah, let's go with that. Hillbilly throws a big ugly sweater party that he's going around the stable, getting everybody invited to, and making it a family affair, quote unquote.
All right, is C-Bill invited to any of this family affair stuff? Since you have yet to formally declare. Okay, so she's family, huh? All right, just making a note here.
Part of the crew for sure.
Part of the crew. When you invite, so I feel like Ro pulls you aside at some point and says, "When are you inviting this girl to the stable? We could use a talent like her in the family." Although for him, he's ex-mafia, so he put, when are you inviting her to the family? That's not Ro-like, but yeah. I'm
close enough. Which Hillbilly's response is basically goes into how she's a free spirit, and she left her stable, so I don't know if she's looking for attachments like that. It's tough to say. And I gotta check in on Percy as well.
Oh boy, Percy. All right, you may have heard about the Percy incident.
I did.
Right.
I did. I reviewed that security footage.
That said, I mean, he knocked Varen the fuck out. He was just like, "Oh, fuck, blam."
Yeah.
He's been spending a lot of time working out with Linhilder. It is like a abandoned puppy following around someone who just barely gives it enough to eat out of Not like it likes the puppy, but it just doesn't want to see it die. You know what I mean? Their relationship is strained at
They
best.
are basically a good person. Don't want to just completely let this go. That's fair.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess at that level, then Hillbilly will go down and join them for a workout or whatever they're getting into the middle of, and check in, see Percy, how you doing, bud?
I'd say I'm going quite well right now. Should we talk in private?
Sure, let's take a lap and get him out and jog. We're gonna jog and chat.
All right. Now that you've seen him in like workout clothes, he's like really fit.
Okay.
Now I don't mean like he. Figure out how I can describe this without spoiling anything. His level of fitness is, you are surprised at how unusually like thick his muscles are. Like his shirts and pants would not indicate that he's like a super buff dude. We're not talking like a runner athlete. This dude looks like he does some powerlifting.
Okay. This is not his first time at the gym. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. So as we're jogging, Hillbilly will just be like, so Parse, the mech techs have been passing around this video of you popping Kaseki pretty good.
It was a lucky hit, sir. As you know, boxing is a gentleman's sport, which I of course learned at the New Avalon Institute of Science.
Of course.
He looks suspicious when he says that. Also, his shirt is a New Avalon Institute of Science hoodie.
Nice. Where did you say you came from prior to going to the New Avalon Institute?
All right. He definitely looks away when he says that. And he goes, yep, from there, yes. How about there? You? Where were you from?
Well, I'm from Andurian. I'm sure you've heard or seen that reference a time or two.
Yeah, I've watched all of your matches, indeed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Well, what is it you said again? I couldn't quite catch it.
Oh, look, here's the finish line. Surprising how quickly we made that lap.
All right.
So should we... It's Basalt.
Basalt. All right. So out of character, is that a place that Hillbilly would know or like have some feeling
is
about?
Really famous for being one of the most poor mining inner sphere worlds.
Okay.
So, but you know how sometimes you hear about a city and you're like, there's only one thing I know about this place.
Mm-hmm.
It makes good boba tea. Basalt is a world where when you hear about it, you're like, oh yeah, that poor mining shithole.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Hillbilly will, kind of slap Percy on the shoulder and be like, did you tell Lynn that you're from there? I feel like she would get a kick out of that.
He just pulls himself up to his full height and coughs slightly into his hand. I would appreciate not spreading that around.
Okay. I mean, you got nothing to be embarrassed about. Nothing wrong with coming from, the country into the city, making your way.
He turns and looks dramatically toward the skyline of Solaris City and says, I begged my parents to send me to the most cultured place I could think of, the New Avalon Institute of Science. And I reinvented myself there. I had to learn the New Avalon accent that all of us from New Avalon speak. And it was there at the New Avalon Institute of Science, which I graduated from, that I learned who I was as a person, a theater major. I am not a filthy miner from Basalt. No. I am Percival, not Pod. There are tears glittering in the sunlight as he cries, looking out over the majestic beauty of Solaris City from your workout track.
All right. Well, I'll slap him on the back and be like, Percy, you're going to be the man that you're going to make yourself into. That's a great story. I appreciate that. you keep thinking about that's actually an amazing story for yourself, and you got to think about who you want to be as a gladiator and what you can do to let that background inform you. I mean, man, yeah, you got some places you can take that. Roll that around in your little brain.
He sniffs and he does that thing where he like clears his nose out so he can talk correctly, and he goes, "Who I want to be as a gladiator, the grand champion, so that everyone will know the name. My name, Percival Oscar Dalton of the New Avalon Institute of Science."
I gotta tell you, man, like you get famous enough, people are gonna be poking into your background. You gotta be prepared to talk about it at some point. Just don't distance yourself too much. It doesn't hurt to know where you're from. But what I can say,
I'm from New Avalon City.
I give him a little shove, and does he stumble at all?
No.
Okay, I say, yeah. Well, hey, a little steadier today. Good. Let's move past
you're getting
your
the
background.
feeling that everything he initially showed you was a theatrical act.
Mm-hmm.
Like him struggling with the weights. Now that you've seen his body, you're like, that's ridiculous.
You're full of shit.
He is full of shit.
Oh,
Spoon
man.
made this character.
Who did this? Yeah, and at this point, what Hillbilly is going to do is he's like, well, I kind of got the feeling you might be a little farther along than I might have expected, but battle mechs, my man.
You have the right of it. You've seen my gunnery skills. I attempted to deceive you with my good cheer, but indeed, I am truly awful at shooting things. There is a lack of steadiness in my limbs in regards to operating the machinery. I'm used to pushing it as far forward as it can go and then yanking it as far to the right. I lack that dexterity.
That's exactly one of the things that I wanted to work on with you for sure. I mean, what do you know about the mechs and the neuro helmets? Like you gotta think about that. What is it? It makes the mech an extension of your own brain, of your own senses, right? And like what's necessary, you gotta have a balance. You gotta have balance. That's what this is about. That feedback loop. It's all about keeping the mech upright, keeping yourself moving, keeping steady, right?
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Yeah. Well, they seldom are, but you know what? We're going to get some practice in today. And Hillbilly reaches over and has a pack on the side there and pulls out what should be obvious to everyone this will be, which is a hoverboard. And
all right, we're going to go ahead and make those references, huh? Okay.
Hell yeah. And he gets Percy up on the hoverboard, gets up on one himself, and let's see. Probably he's gotten Bobby and Robbie out to sort of show some of the ropes and take some video and like talk through it a little bit. But first things first, we just get Percy up on the hoverboard, see if he can balance.
It takes him a couple tries. Not easy.
All right. And then I start kind of giving him little shoves and being like, all right, you got correct. Keep yourself up. We play that out for a little while and then move on up to just kind of going around a track, keeping on some steady flat ground, seeing how fast he can get going. And from there, we'll maybe take it over to the obstacle course or whatever, the light version that we've got near the stable, and just start putting him through his paces.
You've got Nemesis obstacle course, the one that Cosmo made.
Yep. So we'll use that as our training ground. We'll kind of be working through that over the course of the week.
Okay.
And then, outside of, once he gets tired, we'll do some target practice.
Yeah, got it.
That's what I got for Percy.
What else you got?
That's all I got that I wanted to get checked off before the interview. So I think we're
all right. You certainly receive a acknowledgement back from Seabill that she will attend your Christmas Day festivities at the stable.
Awesome.
You ready for this interview then?
Sure. Let's do it.
All right. William has the Santa Claus bit going on. You know, hat, suit, but he's actually also wearing like knee-high black boots that don't look like they go with the outfit. And you're like, huh? What are those for?
Hillbilly's in like a red denim jacket and bright green denim pants with an Apex Dragons shirt underneath.
I was gonna say, you walk onto a green screen set, and you look like you're floating. They had to switch the background to blue screen just for you to be here. All right, no. All right, so he says, William, thank you for joining me on Christmas Eve.
Always happy to be here.
Tomorrow, you'll be having another match with Ezekial Novacat.
Yeah, man. This cat, I swear.
Previously, you faced him through the fire and flames of the desert, but tomorrow, you'll be facing him through the icy woods of the Northlands.
Yeah.
Think that's going to reshape your chances?
Well, we'll see what he brings to the table today.
It will probably be a conjurer.
Yeah, that's conjurers, wolverines. These are my nemesis on the battlefield. It feels like, but that's
so
my goal
unusual
today.
How many of them there are at the medium weight level? Just feels like everybody uses a hellhound.
Yeah, Wolverine. I mean, it is a classic. It's tough to beat. It's got all the attributes that you want out of a medium, but I think Buttercup's gonna win the day. I'd go so far as to guarantee that.
Guarantee that?
Yeah, today's gonna come my way. I have a feeling. Ezekiel, I'm sure he's seen something, but on my end of things.
Are you mocking his supposed prophetic powers that many Novacats claim to have?
I mean, you know what? I'll believe it when I can see it, right? Like right now, certainly I think it's a little ridiculous. He's said that he predicted victory and lost. That has definitely happened. It can't be that reliable. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And yeah. The one thing I do want to shout out though before I forget is Jacobson Unlimited.
Go ahead.
Yeah, our boy Hunter there has spearheaded this campaign, and I just want to throw my weight behind it. If you've got out of care, I forget what Jacobson Unlimited shtick is, but
Jacobson Unlimited, from here to there, everywhere. They're a consumer goods transportation company that now has lately been offering tours throughout the periphery area. You could go to exotic destinations like Whittington, Valentina, and beyond the edge of the inner sphere.
There we go. So Hillbilly will shout out, if you've got a package that needs moving, Jacobson Unlimited is for you. But hey, what about you? If you want to get moving, get seeing some sights, they got you covered too. Check out Jacobson Unlimited today.
Okay. Make your roll.
That is a 9.
All right. Good enough. Look, I don't know that you've ever done something as outrightly sellout as this. You know what I mean? I feel like some of your fans take notice. It's not like they're like, man, fuck the Hillbilly, but they're like, man, I thought he was a different kind of, gladiator. I thought he was different, corporate. Man. Yeah, he went corporate.
That's fair. I did add a point of corporate, so it makes sense.
I'm now imagining you're wearing a suit tie for some reason with your jacket, just to show how corporate you are.
It's a clip-on. Don't.
You're like the Triple H now. Yeah. I'm the warrior, the ass kicker, the legend. I'm also a suit.
The businessman.
Speaking of, I just want to point out to anyone in the audience that hasn't seen Wrestling Isn't Wrestling, you should definitely watch it, because a lot of how I run this game is influenced by the true nature of WWE wrestling.
I saw that video years ago now on YouTube.
Yeah.
It was great.
It's still great. It still holds up. Except for the part where they said that Game of Thrones was the thing that everyone wants to watch. Does not hold up now. Not as prophetic as Ezekial Novicat.
Deleted from the cultural zeitgeist.
They're still trying to make it happen.
I know.
HBO was like, so we noticed that you liked Game of Thrones. Would you like to come back for House of the Dragon? And I was like, fuck no! Go away!
Leave me be.
I would never watch you again if you didn't have the Lord of the Rings on your fucking HBO Max ass shit.
That's fair.
HBO Max. What can I say? Nothing that they wouldn't pay me to say in a sponsorship.
That's right. I mean, I did enjoy Doom Patrol. That's all I got.
I've already said I don't like DC movies. They don't have connections to each other. And
that's fair.
Marvel movies are based in the real world with cities like New York.
DC this one's like a standalone TV show, you know? So it's like, it doesn't really reference the rest of that stuff. But yeah, like it's the same thing.
Isn't it like a spin-off of Suicide Squad or something?
I can see how you'd get that vibe, but no, it's not a spin-off of it, that at least that I'm aware of, like original source material wise.
Okay, I know. Well, look, they when they made Guardians of the Galaxy, they snapped that shit in half. They didn't even bend it. They were just like, here's the new characters.
Don't worry about it. Just enjoy it.
Well, it was good.
It was.
All right. Is there anything else you want to say in your interview with William?
No, I don't think I missed anything in my notes this time.
He stops to ask you and say, what are your feelings about Saya of the Jade Falcon clan leaving?
You know, William, my feelings are complicated. I think she made some pretty terrible choices in the run up to this.
So you disagree with her?
I disagree with the choices she made. I know from some perspectives on some things, she was making those choices based off of, you know, her personal honor, right? The background of her clan and the things that she had to do to meet those requirements that they have of her. So at some level, I almost don't blame her, but she has to take responsibility for her own actions. And about the only thing I can say is that I appreciate how she wrapped some of that up. Didn't do the worst things that she could do, I guess. But you know, the way things are going with the clans, I don't even understand it. It's crazy, the politics that are going on there. Like there's a clan that doesn't exist anymore. Am I getting this right?
Clan, yes.
You know, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Like, not that we don't have our own shifts happening here in the Innisphere. Politics are crazy, man. Like,
right. You have unfortunately walked yourself into making a controversial statement.
Perfect. All right,
so don't fail it, or you're about to lose the money you never had from HTA.
That's a
fuck you. Fuck the Endurian. You know what? Fuck Endurian. Fuck Endurian. I hate seeing Endurian.
It's a beautiful flag. It is what is this role? Is it corporate or entertainer?
Let me look.
Or instinct? I forget which.
Why would I know how my own system I personally wrote myself works? Controversial statement is entertainment.
Okay, so that's 9.
Reduce stress or gain a glory.
Take the glory.
All right, the interview ends. Anything you want to do before your match?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Breaking news thing here when we do it. Ezekial arrives on the battlefield in a white and gray painted conjurer, hellhound as some would call it. He gets out and gets into the snow, and bondsmen and lower caste Novacats that he has brought with him surround him in a circle with drums and like Russian wooden instruments. I'm talking shit that like they played in the 1800s kind of deal. Violin, viola, that kind of shit. There's no synth wave, there's no theremin. He's surrounded by ancient objects. And they begin playing this sad, mournful song that is the heart of Siberian Russian loneliness and sadness as he dances. The dance of Clan Novacat, which definitely exists because they mention it several times in different books. And there are people who are watching this across the inner sphere. Days, you know, like it could take days or weeks or even months to get throughout the inner sphere, right? There are people who are watching this months later, and they're like, "The Christmas Day dance of Clan Novacat was so beautiful. I still don't know what I'm looking at. The tears in my eyes. I don't understand why I'm crying." This is no Super Bowl performance. There is something to this dance that is both mystical and incredible. And then the dance ends an unknown amount of time later. And while you do your intro, he sits there and does Kora Beniki, which is a song from Tetris.
Okay.
With the, you know, with the dancing and the dudes doing the high kicks.
Uh-huh.
So while you're doing your intro, if anyone keeps a camera on him, he's just doing the like high kick steps around the circle while everybody's like, "Hey, hey, hey."
Hillbilly's intro, he'll keep it a little bit simple. He'll go with the Christmas theme, and essentially this time Bobby and Robbie will be in charge of a sleigh with a team of reindeer that is pulling it, and will be
like real reindeer.
Real, if that's available in Solaris.
I'm just wondering what planet you ship them in from.
Right. I mean, it's got to be a special. This is like a Donegal Broadcasting. Like we reached out, like, come on, help us do this. Like,
there's probably like the sound of snow falling, and also like a sleigh bells jingling noise as you come on that Donegal has added over top of this.
Exactly, and we just play that up. There'll be like a, you know, like maybe a tag under there or a placard on the side about Billy's Book Bonanza and, you know, gifts for kids and like stuff like that.
Perfect.
And then he'll get out to the Mech and strip off all of the Christmas gear and zip line on up. And Buttercup will be decked out also in, you know, some nice red and green color schemes, and maybe like a pile of presents, you know, like on a shoulder on the other side from the big giant gun.
Ezekial opens communications with you. Watch my soundboard fuck up real quick. This is actually working?
It is, yeah.
I understand that in the inner sphere, today is a day of giving.
Yeah, you're right.
So he looks out at you with his steely gray eyes and the one white lock of hair on his head, and he looks at you intensely and says, "Hey, I cannot give you the victory you seek, but you should be thankful to survive whatever else I give you."
Man, Zeke, you know what? If nothing else, I appreciate your style. Right? Good luck out there, and you know, I hope you survive what I give you too.
I respect your skills and philosophy, William. Should I win, I would request that you become my bondsman.
Well, Zeke, if you know anything about me, you know that I can't agree to that, but I respect you as well. Good luck out there.
It's my heart with sorrow. Clan Novacat could advance well with one such as you as a warrior.
Thanks, man.
He nods sadly. He closes the communications. Everything about him is sad today.
It's interesting. Is this a depressing day for the clans? Who knows?
Well, you know, technically every day would be a depressing day for someone who could see the future for real.
That's true. Is there enough good to balance
my
the bad?
Panera order will be wrong.
Why even try?
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Okay, let's roll.
Let's get that initiative.
Why?
Yeah.
Listen. Oh, we do have Clan Novacat dice. Never mind. I was about to complain. Don't mind me. Why do we have Duchy and Durian and not Clan Novacat? All right, he's got
Because. Oh, you beat me.
Good.
So where you want to go?
AC 10 and 5 medium lasers. I actually kind of want to stay away from you. I choose the long ways. I'll come in from the west.
So over here.
Yep.
All right.
You have to understand there's a feeling I get when I look to the west. I try not to look that way.
That's fair. Let me look at the map real quick. Level changes and all that.
I feel like that reference is actually really good for Ezekiel today. Stairway to Heaven.
Ain't bad. All right.
I'm looking for some place where I can be in heavy woods and still have a bunker against you. And well, right here, maybe you can approach from a different angle. Damn it, Sidious! Why can't you give me this? It works in the other direction, just not that one. All right, place myself here.
Okay.
Let's do it. Roll again.
It begins.
Does it though?
Well, that's a 9.
7.
You first.
Sorry, audience at home. That was probably not the best map management I've ever. Okay, I am done with my jump.
Okay, well, where did you go? You're up on your hill. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and activate that supercharger.
Anime theme song starts playing. You say
get
run.
that going. That is up and running, so that puts me now at a 612. And we'll get started. And he takes off at a run, just crashing through this snow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that is where I have to stop. So
How many horses
1, 2, 3.
are you slaying right now?
How many horses? Too many. I don't know. That's a great question. 1, 2.
Look, you wanted to crashing open
6,
over
7.
the snow, you know? Is it a one-horse sleigh? How? I mean, I expect the horsepower of a hunchback is measured in the tens of thousands.
Right? It's got to be pretty
Possibly millions. How much horsepower would you need to move a 50-ton mech? It's not even like turning wheels though, right? Like that's the easy part is direct energy transfer like that. Like walking probably takes a hell of a lot more energy. And you're using TSM, so you're already burning that shit up.
Right?
All right.
It's a lot. What is
you're within 20
fusion
from me,
engine
though.
even produce? Yeah, so like what, 16 hexes is what I'm seeing, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So you shoot first, right?
Taking the shot. The LPL. It's a miss. It's barely a miss, though.
There we go.
I think that because you're close to the extreme range, it's like Star Wars, but instead of your blaster shots being stopped by a mysterious invisible shield, it's like they're hitting snowflakes and they're just running out of energy from hitting a snowflake directly in front of the mech. And because it's a pulse laser, it fires hundreds of tiny bolts, and so snowflakes are just
looks like glitter.
Yeah, between the two of you.
That makes sense.
There's just a pile of mist between.
It's kind of beautiful. Maybe a little distracting. We'll see how Hillbilly does. So this will be the UIC 10 in ultra mode, and this will be at long range. Yeah.
This is
This is
bullshit.
it goes 18 hexes. So
Unbelievable. Ultra AC10 is
yeah, I know, right? Like that's if it actually ever hits the ultra for me, which has yet to happen once so far. But anyway, you start at 2 for me, and then +2 for your jump, and then +2 for range, and +2 for running. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8's to hit on this one. Oof, that ain't gonna do it. But that is enough on the cluster. Should I try the lucky right now? Is this the moment? And it's center torso. Not that great. Not bad. Do I think I can get an 8 out of a lucky? Let's just use it. I got 2 points.
unbelievable.
Yeah, that'll do it. So that's a hit.
Unbelievable.
First 10 to the center torso. And the second 10 will go left torso. And that's a pilot check.
That's upsetting. I foresee that this is going to be a great piloting check. Ooh.
It wasn't great.
He barely holds it together. On a 4, he gets exactly what he needs. Wait, is that a... Yes, it is a 4. Good.
Okay.
Fucking Novacat. I couldn't tell if the center of the die was the art burst or whether it was actually a dot. You have to zoom so far in. All right. Yes. Got exactly a 4.
All right, we're
Let's
gonna
roll.
take that. We roll. That's a 9.
That is a 9.
Again.
7.
That is a 7.
What the fuck?
5.
10.
Okay, I go first. And let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Look like your mech looks like a kid sledding down a hill. Ah! You know what I mean? You ever see kids run down? That's ridiculous. Everyone's seen kids run down a snowy hill. Sorry. People who watch the show that live in equatorial countries, I guess.
It's worth seeing. It's funny.
Funnier when they, they fall down into non-harmful snow and then they start sliding for a while on their face and then they're just like, oh no.
Then they just lay there for a while when they get
They contemplate the mysteries of the universe and how stupid they look. All right. I mean, look, I know we're describing kids, but this is also done by college students.
Also true.
And they don't wait for
Various
snow
stages
to
of
do it.
inebriation. Yeah.
I wondered how many more groups I could install. 12 hexes. All right. I don't move. I stay still.
Okay. Can you? So line of sight wise, can I see
Yep.
you? Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay.
We see over the woods and obstacles between them. They're not as high as we are.
I thought for whatever reason, heavy woods was like 2 high versus 1 high for light
Yeah,
woods.
but it doesn't cover the whole mech.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Okay. So I fire second. So you go.
Okay.
And I'll show you what I'm going to do.
So we are just at medium range. And I will fire that UAC 10 in ultra mode again. So I start at 2 +2 +2 +1. So that makes it a 7 to hit on this one. And that'll do it. And that's a cluster. That is enough. So, and a 12 on the crit roll. Like that. Probably won't go internally though. We'll see. Left torso for the first 10.
That's internal.
That's internal, so that's 3 crits.
That's really bad.
Let's do this.
Don't
Zeke,
do this.
what you gonna get? Let's see. First up, 2, 6.
Nothing. Just roll 1d6.
Oh, okay. That's a 3.
Okay. Street caster arm 2.
Okay. That's a 3 again. Oh, 5. That's a 5.
Okay. Left torso and left armor destroyed.
Sweet.
Takes 2 points of piloting damage. I mean, there's no need to roll for anything else. There's nothing else to shoot.
Yep. And then the second shot will hit in location 3, right arm.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. He counterfires with LPL and 2 ER medium lasers. He doesn't have the head damage yet. Large pulse laser hits right arm.
Okay, for what's that, 10?
And ER medium laser hits right torso. 7. Second one misses.
Sweet.
Okay. Stays conscious. Doesn't fall.
Okay.
And he immediately surrenders.
Zeke, well played, man. You know, I like this a lot better when I can reach out and hit you at about the same range you got.
He causes his mech to intentionally fall down the hill next to him, and he slides down on his mech's face. And he sits for a while, just covered in snow, thinking about the mysteries of the universe.
Hillbilly will reach down with the hunchback and see if he can make a snowball. Yes.
It's not great.
And he'll just lob it, not at him, but in the general direction. You're trying to make it clear that this is playful, not disrespectful.
Okay. Do you have anything you want to say to William after the match?
Shoot, nothing special. Just sort of saying, "Hey, I guaranteed that victory. Here we go." Jacobson Unlimited.
All right, go ahead and take 1 experience point for winning, and experience or glory for guaranteeing.
I'll take that experience. Since I'm slowing down because I'm training Percival.
Yeah.
People shooting ahead of me. And is there anything else that I wanted to get done before we wrap up? Not off the top of my head. I'm sure there's something I'm forgetting.
Okay. All right.
Have we seen have any of the clans moved against Seth in like any active way, just out of curiosity?
What do you mean by move against you?
Well, like he's part of the stable, right? And technically now he is like of no clan, and they kind of tried to capture and or kill him as a group, like the Jade Falcons there, and former wolves. Basically, curious if they are in any way starting to mess with our stable as well.
Look, Clan Diamond Shark can't officially give you materials. Mm-hmm. What Vinny's doing is creating a holding company in the inner sphere in one of his bondsman's name.
Okay.
Like he probably captured a guy named like Jake Stewart, and he's like, "All right, you're bondsman Jake now, but I need you to create a holding company in the name of Jake Stewart, which isn't your name. Your name is Bondsman Jake, but I need the Jake Stewart Holding Company. Do it. And then I'm going to move a whole bunch of materials into their warehouse.
Okay.
So, yeah, look, listen. This is the Diamond Sharks aren't devious, but they do follow the protocol well enough that no one in the clans could just be like, "Yep, they're definitely giving the Inner Serve Forces free reign of our catalog." And what else could I say? The Jade Falcons don't make any overt moves against the stable. They simply treat you guys as if you don't exist.
Okay.
Because as long as you have a filthy bandit in your company, they will never do business or speak of you ever again. Will they
really?
come at some point to kill Seth? Probably. They will probably send warriors to like murder him in real life while he's sleeping.
Okay. So if there was a like Jade Falcon like gladiator who was coming up against an Apex Dragons one, they would just like forfeit or not do the match or something.
I mean, they would probably fight you, and in the process, like assuming you survive, they would destroy your mech afterwards.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They might
All
kill
right,
you.
I got you.
It's possible.
All right.
Listen, it's up in the air as to whether the Jade Falcons want to declare the whole stable Desgra. And even then, each individual warrior is expected to make their own choice in regards to their own honor. Even with someone like Saya, she might not kill all of you. If it was someone like Omega Tanaga, he would definitely do it.
Okay.
He would definitely intentionally kill any of you after your and he has in fact done that before.
That's accurate. Awesome. Well, yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining me, and hope you enjoyed your match. It was a little bit shorter than I was hoping.
That AC-10, it finally landed for me with an ultra shot, and it did it twice in a row.
Yeah.
I'm feeling super pumped about that because that thing failed me so many times prior to this.
So you need a 1-point repair, right?
It looks like it, yeah. Just some armor
I'm gonna
damage.
just take the money out of Grim Dark James's account real quick.
Just repair myself real quick then.
Yep. Look, this might be the new meta: is investors directly shrimping for players and just be like, I will use my massive bank account to cover their cost. Some people are like, I don't know what to spend money on, or you know, I can't check immediately the day of the match, so I don't know what happens for like a week. But I want to spend my money meaningfully. Maybe this is the way to do it. This is the new meta, the patronage meta. That's what I'm going to call it. Let's make it happen.
I'm going to call it the NASCAR meta, but
the NASCAR meta? I don't understand this reference, but I bet you that you'll explain it to me in a way that will make sense. Well, I mean, in NASCAR, do fans just as soon as the match is over, they're like, Dale Jordan
not
Jr.
fans, right? But like, I'm just looking at this. Like, are the cars painted with the big giant, like, you know, sponsors and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Listen, in season 1, there were some people who had mechs covered in sponsorship tags.
Exactly.
No one does that anymore, but it did happen once.
Once upon a
time. We want to see Seth Ghostbear's mech covered in. Sorry, it's not Seth Ghostbear anymore. He's just Seth, period, end of story. Seth of no clan.
There's a little spoon on your shoulder that's saying Seth Kabrinsky.
He doesn't have that blood name anymore, according to 95% of the clans. All right, let me say something like, have a good time zone, and then end this recording.